Hi, Liz Jensen, certified health coach. One thing that I love to do is to create a creation board, is what I like to call it, every year. Because it's so important to understand your why, what's going to bring you joy in your life, and put it out there for the world. When you put it out there, it resonates with your brain. You're more intrinsically motivated to complete those things. And so every year, we love to set goals with our kids and set personal goals and create a creation board. And you can do this in lots of different ways. You could get a poster board and put pictures on it. You could get a cork board and put your pictures on it. We do like a framed picture where we put all of our goals and then we hang it in our living room so my kids look at it all the time. And it's fun to go through and like see all the things that you've done and be reminded of the things that were important to you. Now, a couple tips when you're thinking about things that you want on your creation board, these have to really be important to you. They have to resonate with you and bring you a feeling of peace or joy to be able to complete those. Don't just throw up things that you want, places, exotic places that you want to travel, vacations that would be fun, but really think of what would bring you more joy in your life and feel more fulfilled to be able to complete that, because that's the way that you're going to move forward and be able to complete the things that you put on there. You know, if you just have fancy cars and houses and exotic places, if it really doesn't resonate with you, nothing will happen. And so I like to spend some time thinking about these goals and make sure to put things that are really important to you so that you are going to want to complete these. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to talk about a few simple things, ways that you can think of goals that you want to complete. So I talked about where you can put them. As far as the pictures, you can either go get some magazines of things that are of interest to you, or what I like to do is just use Google Image, and I'll just put in what I'm looking for, and it will bring up lots of different pictures, and find the picture that resonates with you the most. So you can put on there and something that you'll really enjoy looking at. And so I'm going to share my screen and show you kind of an outline. There's lots of different things you can do. I like using this chakra charge creation board because it gives you specific things to set goals, different areas of your life. And those of you that are familiar with chakras, you kind of know like there's different centers of your body, your chakra zones. And like, for example, I love that there's 3 things to do with your heart, because that's really where you're going to feel a lot of joy being able to complete those. But just kind of different areas of your body that you want to have that balance. And so the first one is learning and teaching. So think of a goal that maybe you would like to learn, something you'd like to learn, or something you'd like to teach somebody. Maybe you have a child that you'd really love to teach baking, or something that would bring you joy to be able to teach them that skill that you have, or something that you would like to learn. For me on this one, I really want to learn how to play tennis. That has been something I've wanted to do for years. That would bring me a lot of joy just because it's a great exercise, but it's something that I could do with my husband, that we could have something to do together, a sport that's easy, like just to find a tennis court and go play. It doesn't take a lot of time. So that's something that I put under that third eye. My son wants to learn to play the guitar better, so he put that goal there. And what's really neat is think of one goal in each of these areas, and then when you complete them, it's so fun to take them down and put them in a binder. So you can flip through and see all the things that you're accomplishing, and it really teaches yourself that when you set goals, you can accomplish them. The second one is divine knowing. This one's kind of hard. This is kind of like your divine purpose on earth. Like sometimes you just feel like there is a purpose for you on this earth. Maybe it's to be the best mom or best parent that you can be. For me, like I really want to help people with their health. Yes, I want to be, the best mom and teach my kids to be spiritually strong and independent. And so that's something on that area that I put. But also, I really have a goal to start a wellness, like a resort where I can really teach people skills and create that community. So that's kind of like a long-term goal that I have. But maybe think of what your purpose is on earth, what you want to do. The third thing is your throat chakra, and that's distinction and merit, where you kind of really feel proud of yourself, something that you can accomplish that you can feel proud. Like maybe it's getting a degree or taking a class or getting a job promotion. Or helping someone else succeed at something, or taking hunter safety, or, it might be just something that you can like receive acknowledgement for doing that. That just kind of helps your ego. The third thing is your heart chakra. And now that is love for a higher power. That would be a spiritual goal. Maybe you want to do better at saying your prayers, or reading your scriptures, or going to church, or even serving other people. That would show love for a higher power. And then love for yourself. What's something that you could do to show love for yourself? Maybe taking care of yourself physically, getting to a healthy weight, taking time for relaxation or fun for yourself. So maybe think of something you want to do for yourself that shows love for yourself. And then love for others. What's something that you can do to show love for someone else? Maybe there's somebody that's been on your heart that you want to serve more this next year. Build a relationship with a grandparent or a parent, something like that, and a way that you can show love for that person. And then we have the sacral, the creativity or producing. What is something that really gets your creativity juices flowing? Something that you'd like to make or create. That could be, maybe you want to decorate a room in your house, or learn to cook something, or it could just be, and these can be small goals, because it's great to be able to take those down and know that you accomplished something. It doesn't have to be a huge goal that's going to take years to accomplish. These can just be like small goals if you want. The root, that is abundance and security. So that would be kind of like a financial goal. Maybe you want to pay off a debt, or build a savings account, or get a promotion, or change jobs. Something that's going to fill that abundance and security spot in your life. Maybe it's setting up a will, a living trust, or making you feel more secure. For me, it was, I want to start a savings account for my kids, to be able to always have money to help them buy a car, or go to school, a wedding, go on a church mission, something like that. So my goal was, I want to have $150,000 in a savings account to be able to help my kids with. I have 6 kids, so I need a little bit to be able to help them. And then the next thing is well-being and health. So this would be a physical goal. Maybe it's to get stronger. Maybe it's to get to a healthy weight, to eat healthier, but try to make it pretty specific so that you can define when you have reached that goal. So that's just kind of a good outline of things that you can choose. Choose one thing from each area, put it on a board like this. You can do one for your whole family together, or just for yourself, but put it somewhere that you see it every day. Make it your screensaver on your phone, on your computer, something that you're going to look at every day and remember what's important to you. So when kind of things feel like you're at a standstill, you can remember those things that you're working toward and move forward with those. So that's really helpful. At the end of the year, we love to go through and take off everything that we completed. And it's kind of neat to think that we've completed almost every single thing on this board. And so it's neat to go through. I don't quite look like that. I'm working on some health goals, getting stronger and more toned. And it's cute. My kids always say, "Mom, you're perfect how you are." But that really resonates with me, that I really want to be strong and healthy. And I think the only other thing that we have not accomplished is we haven't gotten a puppy. But that's not something that I wanted. So, but everything else, being able to run a race together, going on a Disney cruise, we took hunter safety. My husband took my kids fishing a lot this last summer. My son took piano lessons. Another son took horse riding lessons. We went scuba diving, lots of different things. My husband got a new truck, just all those things that were important to us. We thought of specifically. These weren't just things that looked fun and we threw them out on a board, but these are things that really meant a lot. I wanted to go on a girls' trip. I did that. We went camping, lots of things that were important to our family. So we're going to sit down and take off everything that we did the last year. And then I've been printing up new things. So each night we've been talking about one of those areas. And I let them know the night before what we're going to talk about, so they can be thinking of what's going to be their spiritual goal, what's going to be their financial goal. And this can be even for little kids. My 5-year-old wanted to save up $10, so that was her goal. My 13-year-old wanted to save up $500, and he's trying to do better at not spending money on, things that he doesn't need. My kids all set spiritual goals. One goal my son had was to finish the New Testament that he'd started. We're going to eat right, so we're going to cut out candy. I'm going to try to go the whole year without candy. That just would seem so amazing to me to be able to do that. Some prayers. I want to do better at being more specific in my prayers. I love to pray for each of my clients, and I want them to be able to feel that, that I'm praying for them. So being more specific. I really want to have a clean bedroom. I think that would really feel great to be able to have a space that you can go in that's not cluttered. My kids love to leave all of their things in my bedroom. My son wants to do better at stretching. He wants to get more flexible. He's a soccer player and he runs a lot, but he doesn't ever work on getting flexible. Let's see. I would love to be in charge of a health cruise. I think that would be so fun to create like a cruise where you can go and like feel really good and healthy and take healthy cooking classes and meditation classes and exercise classes. And when you get to port, you go and do something active, go on a hike or a bike ride, that there's organized activities. And it's not just a big floating trough that you regret your trip afterwards. But like learning healthier habits, I think that would be so fun to go on a cruise and like just feel really good when you got off that you're in a better place. I want to go hike on an overnight hiking trip with my husband. My daughter wants to take dance. Let's see, I want to build a better relationship with my husband. Now that my kids are older, we can have more time together. I have my tennis goal here that I want to learn to play tennis. My son wants to learn to get really good at his ripstick that he got for Christmas. Here's one. My son wants to play the guitar. My husband wants to teach me how to play tennis, so we have that one. My 5-year-old wants to get better at reading. My 3-year-old wants to learn to write all of her letters. So I've just been going to Google Image after we talk about these and printing off the things that are important to them. My 7-year-old wants to learn woodworking. My husband owns a woodworking shop. I really want to get into yoga to create more mindfulness and meditation and flexibility. That's been important to me. So that's just a few ideas of some things that we've been working on, and hopefully that gives you some ideas of some goals that would really bring you more joy and happiness in your life. So that's my challenge for you, is start thinking about some of these goals that you want and put it out there. And I'd love to get a picture. Send me a picture of your creation board or your list of goals that you're working on. I think that would be so fun to do this together. So I hope you have a great 2018 year, and let's get off to a good start. Thanks for watching.